guys doing today? So today's video is gonna be about changing oil on my RX 350 2019. The car does have about 4,600 miles on it, and I want to change it because the dealer won't change the oil until 10,000 miles. I just like my car to have regular oil change, and 5,000 is where it's gonna be. And we did bought this car, so we're gonna keep it as fresh oil as much as possible. So the tools you need is pretty much oil pan, the torque wrench, the 3/8 extension with a ratchet, the oil filter opener tool, a 14mm wrench if you want to, the funnel, and some oil filter, and then the oil drain plug washer, and then your favorite 020 synthetic oil. So let's go ahead and if the car is, you want to put the Lexus on a ramp. Be careful when you're going up because this can slip off. Or if you want to do it old-fashioned style with the jack, and then here's the mounting, here's the jack point right here. This is where you want to jack it right here. Maybe put some like rubber blocks on it. You can jack it up on the other side. Both sides come up, and next up, what I do is I just loosen up the oil cap, and then pull the zip up so that way there's some air going inside when the oil is drained. All right, so we're underneath the car, and we're gonna locate the oil drain plug, which is right here. You're gonna open this with a 14mm wrench, and then this is the oil filter cartridge right here as well. So we're gonna open this first, let it drain, and then in the meantime we're gonna crack this open as well with a 3/8. Yeah, you can see here, that's 5,000 mile oil right here. So that's the color of it. That's the one interesting. Not too bad, but you know what? I'd rather be safe. All right, what I did next was I got this tool from the oil filter kit, and I got some 5/8 hose that you can slip it on here, so that way when you push it in the cartridge, it doesn't fly anywhere. So this is pretty much a guide for the oil to go out of. I'll show you in a little bit. All right, while the oil is still draining, go ahead, let's crack this cartridge out. And go ahead and stick this tool in that I made. That's it. There's oil coming out of it right here. So really inexpensive way to get the oil out without making a mess. And you just wait until all the oil drain out of it. It's still going. All right, next up is get that oil filter opener and just crack it open. All right, that's it. And just let everything drain out completely. Alright, so this next step is pretty much replacing the O-ring that's in the cartridge, and then the cartridge itself. Here's the new one. And also there's a rubber O-ring right here that you want to remove. Just get that out. Here's the new one. Put some oil in it. So get some used oil and new ones. Put it back in the groove. Right there. So there's a groove right here. You want to put it back in the groove. So it looks good. And then this tool also removed this old O-ring. So throw it away, get the new one. It goes right here. So when you put it back, make sure this is lube as well with some oil. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and install the cartridge. And also, important thing is when you remove the oil drain bolt, make sure the washer comes out with it. The original one is stuck on the oil pan, so you want to get that out first before you put the new washer in. So these are ready to put back into the car. All right, let's go ahead and install the cartridge, oil filter cartridge. And the torque spec for these are, the cap is 18, this bolt is 10, and the oil drain plug is 30 foot-pound. All right, and I set my torque wrench to 18 foot-pound. All right, that's it. Make sure this O-ring is in. Put some oil in it. The cap goes on. This one torqued to 10. All right, that's it. And go ahead and remove the old washer that's attached to the there it is. That's the old washer that's stuck on there. And then put a new one on. And then this one is 30 foot-pound. Alright, I set it to 30 already. That's it. Let's go ahead and put the filter. Alright, let's go ahead and put your favorite synthetic oil in here. First off, I'm going to put 5 quarts. I'm gonna put 5 quarts in, put the cap back. The reason why I put the dipstick up, so that way when you pour in oil, if you have the funnel that's like nice and smooth, this is a way for the air to come out, and then it'll flow a lot faster. So we'll go ahead and put 5 quarts in already. Put the dipstick back on, start the engine, let it run about 30 seconds, and then we're gonna check the level. and then we're gonna add more oil in it to the right level. And also, right now I'm kind of curious to see how much oil was being drained out. That's a brand new oil pan, so I want to put the oil back. Let's see where's the level is at, or how much oil that actually came out from the car that has only 5,000 miles on it. Alright, and the whole container is empty now, and that's how much oil that came out. So we'll fill up to here, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 5-quart container, so I would say about 5.5 came out of it. And go ahead and put the cap back on and dispose of it at your local auto parts store. They take used oil. So next up, what you want to do is get the car into a level surface. What I did was I put it on my max jack, which is pretty, it makes the car really even. So go ahead and next up, what you want to do is put the car on an even level surface. I had mine on the max jack lift, which makes the car super even. I would change oil like this next time, just because I want to make a video for you guys on how to change it. But let's go ahead and do this part to measure the dipstick. Go ahead and wipe it off, put it back in, push it down, lift it up. The level is right here, half point. It's really hard to see with the 020 synthetic, but that's where the level is. So we're gonna pour a little more. I would pour about maybe half to a 0.7 quart, so it should near the top. So right now, all right, I put a 0.7 quart. Also, I like to loop this O-ring right here, so that way it goes in and out easier on a dipstick holder. All right, put it back. Let's measure the new level now. It's right here, right near the top. So, which is perfect. I put about 5.7 quarts. All right, that's pretty much it. Put the dipstick back. Get the funnel out. Recap. And that's pretty much how you change oil. So next step's gonna be start the engine, look underneath, see any kind of leaks. This looks good. And then just check for pretty much leaks, or oil leaks especially. Alright, next step is gonna reset the maintenance light. Go ahead and turn it on. And with it says maintenance required soon, so go ahead and go back, and pretty much you see these arrows on top. you want to go to the one that has the little settings on it. You go down to vehicle settings, press the middle button to select left, up and down, left and right, and it'll say oil. Select oil, press this button here to reset oil maintenance, and you go yes, data has been reset. Alright, go back, and that's pretty much how you reset it. That's pretty much will delete the maintenance light. And I know for the fact that dealer will not change your oil at 5,000 miles. They're gonna do it at 10,000. That's their standard. But I like to do mine at every 5,000 miles or close to it as possible. So the light should disappear now. But yeah, anyways, yeah, that's pretty much. I had a source saying that the only thing that they're gonna do at 5,000 miles surface when you bring it in is when they're gonna do a tire rotation on your car and then inspect all the fluids. But I mean, that you can do yourself. You can bring it in if you want, but yeah, that's pretty much how you change oil on a Lexus RX350 2019. Alright guys, like my channel, subscribe to my channel, and pretty much thank you for all the support that you guys been giving me. And I'll try to do other random stuff, especially with like the cars that I've owned, and then a bunch of MR2 stuff as well. Cool.